It's all over, man. It's all over. Okay, here we are. It's been a while, and I've wanted to make this video for a really long time, but I've had a really hard time with it for obvious reasons. But as some of you who've been watching me long enough know, I was married to a lovely woman for a while, and fairly recently, that's not a thing anymore. It's over. It's done. And it's been really, really hard for me because I told myself I didn't believe in divorce before any of this started. And yet here I am. And part of the reason that things went the way they did is because of me. I started getting into YouTube. I started getting into projects outside of my everyday job because my current job isn't very creatively stimulating, and I need a creative outlet. I need one. Like, if I don't have a creative outlet, I will explode. There will be like crisp goo everywhere, and it'll be nasty, and no one wants that. So because of that, I started taking on extra projects, started doing, website design. I started doing logo design for a couple of companies here and there, and then I started getting to YouTube, which I enjoyed immensely more than any of that other stuff. So I started putting a lot of my focus into that, and little by little, that kind of drove us apart. Because, I get more and more into the geek culture, got more and more to the nerd stuff. And I was always a nerd, I was always a geek. But doing this drove me deeper and deeper down the nerd tunnel. I started going to conventions, I started making like geekier and nerdier friends. And I discovered that the person I was with did not appreciate that. Just didn't. She just didn't. She didn't appreciate it. She thought it was weird. It creeped her out sometimes. And that was just kind of like a slap in the face to me because that's the person that I've always been. And she was just like, I knew you're a geek, I knew you're a nerd, but I know you were this geeky or this nerdy. But I'm not even like that geeky and nerdy. I'm not like, like obsessive, crazy about it. I just enjoy it. But it's still too much for her. And that wasn't the only reason, obviously. There are other reasons that things didn't work out. Part of it too is that like I got to a point where I felt like I was being held back a little bit. And it sucks because you still care about the person, you still love the person. It's just things aren't, they aren't coinciding. And I believe in love. I believe that love can conquer all. But I just feel like, honestly, in my opinion, we didn't try hard enough. We didn't, and I think we still could make things work. But why? Why even try at this point? Because there's an opportunity out there right now for me and her to be a lot happier with other people. And it's been this way for a while. I just haven't made this video because I just didn't know how to say it. And it's really, really personal. And it's not an easy thing. And I'm not like reveling in it. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm so happy. It sucks, dude. It's exciting to know I can go out there now and date. It's exciting to know that I could try to find a girl, possibly a geek girl, that will appreciate me and the things that I'm doing. Like, I've already like met people, not like that, but I've met people that like really support what I'm doing right now. They like really love it and they really enjoy it, and it's refreshing, but it's just still kind of hard, And I wish I could give someone some advice right now and say, hey, this is how you get over this, this is how you do this, but I don't have all the answers. Like, I've put myself out there, because no one wants to be alone, so I put myself out there, and I put myself out there as a geek and a nerd. Like, I'm being pretty like open about it. Like, when I go out now, I don't like try to hide who I am. I just put it. It's like I never really hit it, but it's like now I'm even more abrasive about it. Now I'm more like I like this stuff, and I'll talk about it because I used to sometimes I admit I would go out like this is years ago. And I wouldn't admit that I like certain nerd things because, I knew it turned certain girls off. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, what? I don't care if it turns you off because you not liking it turns me off. So bump you, chick. Like now it's kind of like I feel more empowered in that I am the one. I'm the hunter. I'm out there. I'm finding someone for me and not just someone. And that's still hard to say. Even with time removing a lot of the pain of the separation, still hard to say because you still care about the other person. You still love the other person that you were with. I do. I still love and care about the person I was with, but I just know it's not good for us, at least not right now. And I appreciate you guys for, sticking it out with me because some of you guys could tell when I got really sad because I made that video. and you guys were like super supportive, and it was awesome, and I loved every single second of you guys like telling me, you know, to keep my head up and everything will be okay. And some of you read into it and knew what I was talking about, and you guys are awesome. You're like Batman, freaking Batman. I just don't know. So I'm in the middle right now of moving my everything. This is unrelated. I'm just moving. So I thought I'd show you guys my suitcase, because I kind of accumulated a lot of like geek stuff, and I was like, holy crap, I have a geek suitcase. This is awesome. So I'll show it to you, and then I'm gonna go. 4. Okay. Geek stuff. So yeah, this is my geek suitcase of like a bunch of my geek stuff. Those are some Nerf guns. That's like some anime thing I got at ASIN, and there's a Pokemon hat and a Kirby poster, and there's more in there. Oh, I found, which is crazy, dude, I found my freaking Game Boy Advance, which is, what the, it's on the floor now. But yeah, that blew my mind. I was like, wow, I still have that. That's great. So, yeah, so that's a thing, and that's why, oops. So yeah, so that's a thing, and that's why things are crazy, and I am going to probably be focusing a lot more on YouTube, because I don't have anything else right now. And that sounds really sad, but that's what I'm going to do. So expect things. Lots and lots of things. Also sadness and crying. Probably not the last thing, but still, expect things. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. I mean, if I was a big YouTuber, this would freak me the freak out, man. I'd be like, oh my gosh, all of my income, all of my money is shrinking at a rapid rate.